My wife and I got a divorce because I refused to stop sleeping with a stuffed dragon. His name is Candle, and my parents bought him 3 weeks before I was born. He's purple with little green wings and a dopey smile that's faded from 32 years of being held every night. Lindsay knew about Candle from day one, and she thought it was adorable when we first started going out, but that changed about 6 months into our marriage. She randomly came home from brunch one day acting weird. My friends were talking about Candle today. I looked up from my phone. What about him? She wouldn't make eye contact with me. They just think it's really weird that you still sleep with a stuffed animal every night. I told her there was nothing weird about it and that it was none of their business anyway. You spoon that thing like a giant baby every night. You seriously don't think that's weird? I reminded her that she'd known about Candle since our second date, and she'd never had an issue with him before. That was before we were married. I thought you'd grow out of it once we started building an actual adult life together. After that, Lindsay started making passive-aggressive comments every single night about how there were 3 people in our bed. She'd sigh dramatically whenever I picked Candle up. One night, she even tried to hide him in the back of our closet. When I found him and put him back on my pillow, she actually started crying. "This is so humiliating," she whispered. "Do you have any idea how embarrassing it is to explain to my friends that my husband can't sleep without a stuffed toy?" I asked her why she was discussing my private life with her friends in the first place. "Because it's not normal. When are you going to prioritize our marriage over that dumb toy?" I shrugged. "When are you going to stop trying to change something about me that hurts absolutely nobody?" She didn't like that answer, so she made us an appointment with a couples therapist without telling me. The first session was fine until Lindsay said, "I need you to tell him that sleeping with a childhood stuffed animal at 32 years old is ridiculous and probably a sign that he has serious emotional problems." Our therapist was quiet for a moment before responding. "Why do you feel so threatened by a stuffed animal?" Lindsay stopped going after that and told me the therapist was clearly a quack. I thought maybe she'd finally drop it after that, but I was very wrong. One random Tuesday, I came home from work and immediately smelled something burning. I walked into the kitchen and found Lindsay standing next to the stove with one of the burners on. She was holding Candle by one little green wing directly over the flame. "Put him down right now," I said immediately. She shook her head. "I'm done playing games with you. Either you grow up right this second or I'm dropping him." I took 3 slow steps toward her with my hand out. "Lindsay, you need to give him to me right now." She moved him closer to the flame, and I saw one of his little feet start to curl from the heat. "I can't do this anymore. I can't be married to a man who values a piece of fabric more than his own wife." Her hand was shaking and tears were running down her face. "Choose right this second, me or this stupid dragon." I looked at her standing there so sure that I'd finally cave like I always did with everything else. Then I looked at Candle dangling over the fire with his faded, dopey smile. "If you drop him, we're done." "Honestly, Lindsay, I think we're done anyway." Her eyes went wide. "What do you mean?" I kept my voice calm. "I choose Candle." She froze completely, and her hand went slack with shock. I lunged forward and grabbed Candle away from the flame before she could process what was happening. His left foot had a small brown singe mark, but he was okay. I held him against my chest and took several steps back as Lindsay started screaming. "Are you being serious right now? This is insane. You're choosing a toy over our marriage." I shook my head. "I'm choosing to not be with someone who threatens to burn my belongings to get their way." Lindsay moved out within a week, and I'm sleeping better than I have in years. After a few weeks, Lindsay texted me asking if we could talk. I sent her a photo of Candle tucked under my arm with the caption, "We're good," and she blocked my number.